Motherfucker, these niggas playing gangster all in the neighborhood. When they get killed, everybody looking at the community. Hey, can y'all help bury him? Fuck him!
Shit get crucial.
Okay, we're about to review this clip. Now, this interview came out, I think, a few years ago, maybe. But, you know, the South Show, whatever they call it, they folded to some pressure because a whole bunch of people was rubbed the wrong way by Charleston White in the industry. A lot of left-leaning people or whatever, you know, salute to them. And they folded and took down the interview. But now they put it back up because, you know, we got a new administration and censorship just ain't as prevalent as it once was. Hence, you see why I'm back. Okay, so let's just check this out.
When gangbanging left California, wasn't nothing about it positive. When it left California, homie, and it got to everybody else, wasn't nothing about it positive. And from my understanding, when you talk to Baba Louie, when you talk to all these original guys, they was kids. They didn't have a positive mindset. They wasn't thinking community. They wasn't thinking community, right?
Because they were kids,
They was kids, right? So when you get 40, you have to undo what you done wrong. And what's happening is they not undoing it, homie. It's bravado.
And to actually accept that a part of black people, so-called black people's lives as an adolescent is this vicious gangbanger who poisons his community and does all this is a big symptom and a big result of programming by the same people that you guys actually defend now. You know, the other side of the political spectrum and all that. That's acting like they're your friends, but they're really not. They're teaching you to be okay with your negative behavior rather than teaching you from it and shaming it. And Chico was all cool with it. Like, man, they was kids though, cuz. Dude, let any of mine do anything close to that. I don't care what color I am. Any one of them do anything to that, they gonna feel the wrath of God.
It become a proud badge. So they son pick it up, they nephews pick it up, and wasn't nothing about it positive, right? So at some point, we have to denounce what's not positive.
I can understand that, but you know, you looking at somebody whose father was murdered, multiple uncles murdered in the streets, but I love my city, I love where I come from, and I love the fact that I'm a representation of that in a positive aspect. Now, mind you,
I don't love the city, homie. I love Maria and them.
And look, I love what Chico's saying because there's spiritual value behind that. Embody what the change that you want to see in life, but you also don't appropriate it at the same time. What Charleston White is saying is equally powerful in value because you have to shame that. If that's going on around you or whatever, you can't just allow that. Like, look at it how you would be raising your kids. Like, you'll be, okay, my son just did some messed up stuff, but he cool though because he grew up around this shit. Just leave him alone. No, that's gonna appropriate more of the same behavior. Whatever you get away with, you're gonna keep doing it. That's psychology. That is the same stuff that some of these political groups push out here. They push the anti-shaming agendas and all this type of stuff that appropriates more negative behavior. Literally, if you grow up in a house where your dad don't play that shit and you get, you know, whoopings or whatever, you know, I know that's child abuse or whatever. Everything in this video is not fact. You know, take it with a grain of salt. Okay? But you're less likely to do certain things when you know you got to go home to that. Hey, I got somebody that don't play. I'm not doing this with y'all today. Y'all go home and you got parents that let you do all type of shit. You're going to grow up fucked up. And I'm not saying everybody, because there is probably some exceptions who grew up messed up, but later on in life found themselves and say, you know what? I got away with a lot. I was like that. I got away with a lot of shit. Now, I had a few positive role models, but I did my best to stay away from them. You know, I was a messed up kid. I got away with a lot of shit. And it hindered my growth spiritually. I wish I grew up getting whooped and all that stuff. So I'd have actually knew better back then. But this is the reason why you seen a lot of so-called black people thinking that they could just do whatever they want in the past 4 years and then just cry victim when it happened to them. Because a lot of the media was appropriating their behavior. So psychologically, they like, yeah, but they said I could do this, cuz. Why the white man ain't gotta? Because the white man ain't being told to do that shit by his people. And we not just talking about black people. We talking about everybody from the hood, okay? Of all races, whatever race. You're told that whatever you're doing is okay and You gotta point the finger at people in high society because they just equally messed up. Dude, I swear to God, they not. Boy, you go to a high society, you got open garages, people walking their dogs, running. Where do you see the messed up shit at? The lawns looking good. But then you go down to the hood, it's terrible, terrifying. Huh? I just moved from the hood not too long ago. Now I'm in a good neighborhood. I moved from the hood where the pimp was on his bike, walking a bitch. Like he was on a bike, the bitch was running, keeping up. Like, dude, what? They are lying to y'all. There is no, they want y'all to point the finger at good people to feel good about being fucked up.
I love the Chinese woman who been having a stove, nigga, cross from the project for 30 years.
But
I love my hood, but you know,
it's the people that make the city.
I understand what you're saying.
I can't rep the city.
I understand what you're saying. I love my hood, right?
Because when I go to jail, that motherfucking thing say Charleston white versus the state of.
I ain't even damn the jail cell. Because at the end of the day, I know for a fact, everybody in my neighborhood who I done help or trying to make better ain't gonna see me or come fuck with me if I go do something and trip myself off the street. As a grown man, I know that. It's beyond me. With my neighborhood, Adamville, Martin Luther King, right? I understand what you're saying because our perception on life is so small, it's so short. But for somebody who have come out of this particular environment, I would not leave my people and act like, oh, okay, I know why we fucked up. Y'all niggas fucked up. No, I used to be one of y'all. I'm gonna come back and try to help change our mindset and our perception.
I ain't never been one of them, homie.
Okay, well, I don't see how you plan on really waking people up if you don't tell them, hey, bro, thinking like that is wrong and all. Y'all looking at that like it's chastising or shaming in a bad way. Like that's negative. Look at this. I know me personally, the only way I could change my mindset, I had to hate my old self. I had to look at that like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? I had to look at that in a bad light. How I'm gonna tell myself all this real shit, but then I'm not gonna tell y'all the same shit. If I know I did it, if I went through it my damn self, and my only experience is my only way of teaching, how am I not gonna teach it the way I taught it to myself? By being, very at odds with the way I used to be, looking at the old things, my old habits, my old negative ways, my old self as an enemy. Because it is an enemy. But people just don't like hearing this from white people. So whether I tell you this, whether somebody else tell you this, ain't the truth the truth? Did y'all grow up knowing that the truth is the truth regardless of who tell it to you? Nah, you don't want the white man telling you nothing because you've been tricked by that political side over there that the white man is keeping their foot on your neck. And that's not true. There is two sides to every story. Why when you go to the white neighborhoods, it ain't nobody around there except good people that want to run around and, when I say run around, they be jogging and all type of shit. This garage is wide open here. You could steal something if you want, but nobody does that because everybody ain't worried about somebody else's shit and they not negative like that. But you've been taught that these are the people that's holding you down. But you can walk outside your door right now and you can't walk down the street because it's somebody that'll rob your dumb ass. Start looking at what you're really, inside of, because look at who runs your side of the city. Do Republicans run the ghetto? Do conservatives run the ghetto? Hell no. They don't even want their shit looking like that. Now, I ain't gonna say who's running it, but I guess, you can guess. You can pretty much guess who I'm talking about, right? Okay, now we're not gonna go there. The same people that taught you any form of criticism towards your negative behavior is racism. And then y'all might say, well, no, I just don't want to hear white people say, but if you hear a black person saying this, you're gonna say he's an Uncle Tom. So what is it? You being taught, you being brainwashed by some people. We ain't gonna say who it is. Okay? Damn it. I got PTSD. Okay? Now look, man. Charleston White, yeah, he ain't the cleanest dude, and he said a lot of shit that I'll be like, dude, what the hell is this, this moron talking about? Whatever, I don't know. But dude be, when he's really when he's really in his right mind and he's not letting his bad side get to him and take over him, this dude be saying some shit. Now, I try to stay away from videos like this and whatever reasons, right? But I feel like it's a good message to be had. Do not appropriate negative behavior by ignoring it and then you know, saying everything is all cool. They got an excuse. Nobody got an excuse. Everybody got some evil in their life, some negative they got to overcome. You on a planet with energy vampires. Nobody's exempt. You were taught that white people are all perfect. Oh, they don't have no problems and all this. But then at the same time, you'll say they the devil. But then they don't got no problems. So y'all are just brainwashed, okay? There's a big message in this video. Stop blaming somebody else. Start looking at yourself, okay? Because the more you look outside, the more you're going to halt the process of growth. You can't, you got to do shadow work on yourself. Hey, what did I do wrong today? You can only change yourself. You got to change yourself. Be the change in the world that you want to see. Don't say, man, cause they damn shit. They grew up around all this shit. Well, then shame them then. The people that taught them that. And that's Charleston White's main point is the gangbangers, all that shit. They misled the youth for so long. When they get to a certain age, they got to go back and undo it. Hey, bro, this shit ain't right. But y'all was taught that whoever changed their ways is a hypocrite. Really, a hypocrite is a person that's still doing the things they telling you not to do. That's a hypocrite. Okay, so stop confusing this stuff. This all psychological warfare. Okay, now y'all let me know what y'all think of in the comments. Hit the like button and please subscribe to the channel, all my channels, all right? I've been taken down for talking real like this, okay? So y'all do everything I just said. This Crucial 13, peace, love, 13.
Crucial 13, you all appreciate it. Shout out to you.
Crucial.
I'm hungry. I need some bacon.
Look at this. This is the city I'm in right now.